What is going on, guys? Wiser here, coming to you with OneHive Labs' next Slate My Base video. So I'm here with Kad. How you doing, buddy?
Hey man, doing good once
Yeah,
again.
always a pleasure. Beautiful day over here in Canada. I don't know what the weather's like out there in the Netherlands, but
It's pretty awesome here as well.
oh, I can imagine. Plus, I always wanted to go. I've been to Europe once when I was 17. Actually, just go on a quick tangent. But I went to Paris. I went to London. You see like all the touristy crap. But I really want to see real Europe at some point because it's gorgeous from what I can tell. But anyhow, a little bit jealous, not gonna lie. But Canada's not so bad itself. So this is, I believe, episode 11. I want to say.
Yep.
One thing we were talking about, I know a lot of you guys are asking us to show the scout view. So Kad and I, although we're not going to do it this episode, in these future episodes, we're going to keep the bases to ourselves that we're going to be actually attacking in the friendly challenges. And what we'll do is post a scout view, and then Kad can kind of try and guess where the traps are and stuff. Make his attack, and then we can, I don't know, maybe quickly talk about after the attack where the traps ended up being, the ones he got, that kind of thing, right? So it is in the works, guys. Please keep sending us your bases. Getting a lot of good feedback and stuff, so just keep giving us these bases, and we will keep pumping out these episodes. Let's hop on over to the Twidless here. We're going to check out this first base. Now, this definitely was a pretty good base. I liked it overall. I liked some aspects to it. What stuck out the most to you, Kad?
Well, when I look at this base at first glance, the first thing I notice is the dead zone. So it's a really interesting concept. It always has been and still is. But yeah, it's risky. It's really risky, and in this case as well. I mean, there's so many open spaces that aren't actually used. So, well, let's just start from the start.
Yep.
Let's start with the queen. She's fairly exposed together with the CC. This is a style of really good bases that have been out there, but I know that there's a good way to beat them also, because a queen walk past this area is fairly easy. I know this air defense is out of range for a queen to target, but it's not that hard to pull off. So that's a big downside of these bases, in my opinion.
Yep. Well,
So
not.
she's exposed, and there's an air defense next to her, and a CC next to her. So this screams cold-blooded Lalo.
Yeah, that's a good point too. I wasn't even thinking that. My main concern with that clan castle positioning is as soon as you drop a queen, right? She's only going to have 1 point defense. I mean, if you measure the ranges, and is immediately going to yank that CC out. So there's just not a lot of challenge in killing the CC and killing the queen there, and getting an air defense out of the deal too.
No, I agree. I mean, for example, I could drop one barbarian, even over here. I mean, why not? It will stay out of range forever and lure even a low troop. What do you call it? Like
Low
a
troop
CC
count.
with a lot of small troops.
Yep.
It will still lure it all. So I'm not a big fan of it, especially since you can drop a queen down here at the south, and she will still move up past the enemy queen and deal with the CC while out of range of defenses.
Mm-hmm.
So that's risky to me, and especially if you can just do a cold-blooded loon, because this exposed grounded. Okay, granted, it's fairly tough because of this core, but still, it's fairly easy.
Yeah, I think that's very doable, right? I mean, you drop the golem right on that mortar. It's a clean shot. Like there's not. I know what the guy's thinking. He's like, I got the town hall there. I got actually no. Like really, the town hall and the clan
Doesn't
castle
protect her.
are they're the only two high hit point structures there,
Yeah.
right? So
And even this arch tower is lightly distracted, so you could like drop in one hog, and get two 1-for-1 trades out of the deal as well.
yeah, and what I find stops Lalos is when you run into like a hound in the CC and it ties your queen up for too long, and she doesn't get that air defense in the end because she's just busy with the hound. But the fact that the CC here is so easily lurable, I
I mean,
mean,
I see a perfect build out up top for to keep that hound occupied.
archer healer trick. And I mean, and think about it. I've done this in a couple attacks before. You don't even necessarily need to invest a healer. You could literally just yank the hound out, pull it way up
Oh yeah.
there, drop maybe 3-4 archers to keep it distracted for like 20 seconds, right? And go in with your kill squad and get that before the hound even gets back to them. And then once the air defense and queen is dead, you can just start your air attack, right?
And ignore the king and queen. I mean, they're likely going to die anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. So anyway, in short, I think this DGB is very risky. I mean, we have obviously not tested this one, but hogs coming in from this angle, I think get single triggers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really a bit skeptical about that DGB. I think it should work for both directions, but it's tricky. Be careful with those. These are the go-to for a lot of high-level clans because they're very unpredictable.
They're tricky.
Those,
They're
giant
very
princess.
tricky. I like the creativity of it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, if you the timing of them going off has to be spot on. It's really hard to make those function well.
Yeah, I mean, especially like you're looking at the fact that the sweeper is a 2 space structure. Anything coming, if you're gonna send hogs in from here, they're gonna go there and there and there, right? Because I mean, you're probably gonna 2-finger.
Yeah.
They
Yep.
might.
They might
I mean,
ignore it. They might ignore this bomb altogether.
yeah.
It's tricky, likely not, but single triggers,
Mm-hmm.
most likely. Yeah, so that's a good point. Anyway, for spring traps, I see that this one isn't doing too well. This one likely doesn't do much for you. The others are okay.
I remember when I
think they're good.
was looking at this base earlier and I saw that first spring trap there. I almost felt like it was a mistake. Like you meant to have that archer tower moved back 1 space.
Yeah, it would make a lot more sense
A
to have
lot
that.
more sense.
Yeah.
But then I saw this one over here, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's just an oversight. But um, definitely am not a big fan of that one against the wall there. Like, just move it up 1 space.
Yeah, and there's one last thing. I know most people don't even haven't ever tried this, but I know one guy in the 2.0 family. He's not here with us anymore, sadly, but that would do this. This is a quakeable junction. I know it sounds crazy, but yes, it is. The quake range is actually larger than just 8 spaces if it's diagonally. It plays diagonally.
Yep.
So I think that can be quaked. And don't ask me to do that because I will fail. And I will fail miserably.
Yep.
But I know it's possible. So that might be a point of concern.
Who are you talking about?
Peter P.
Oh, damn.
I've seen him pull off an 8.6 tile quake.
Oh, the Quake Master.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
So I think that covers most of this base, the important stuff. These red bombs, even though they're cleared of air defenses, a popping hound from any air defense will trigger them.
Absolutely. When I looked at this
Move them
base,
away.
that was immediately one thing I noticed. Just the red bombs in the core, just not worth it. I did like these red bombs, and the reason being it's right in between these two air
In
defense.
between these two. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah, so I think that should cover most of the space. Good base. Once again, it's very compact. So a heavy kill squad might get a lot of value. Like golems versus this base is a lot of value. And one last thing I wanted to mention: most of the storages are outside. So once Velks are in, 2 heals, 2 jumps. Look at what you're getting.
Yeah. Not to mention the storages are all touching too, or most
Yeah,
of them on the
even
outside.
worse.
You're
Yep.
just given that extra value. Just spread them out, man. Like try and pair your storages with low hit point buildings, right? If
If you
you're
make
gonna
them
have
touching,
if
even.
you're gonna have them
Yeah.
touching, yeah. And I'm a fan of purposely placing touching buildings kind of on the outer edge of the walls because you will get
The Velks to
sometimes,
go out
yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah, absolutely.
But just try and be a little smarter about it at the same
Yep.
time.
Let's go to my base or your base.
I can go to my base.
Okay, here we go. So sadly, this time I've seen this base before the episode started. So I didn't think about it to not check out the traps. So sorry about that. Next time I will have a proper scout view.
Yeah, we're like I mentioned at the beginning. We will do a scout view and we'll talk about it and hit the base just like you normally would as a first hit in a war, right? And then
Yeah.
we can briefly kind of do a recap of the attack about where the traps actually were compared to where where the guy who's attacking thought they were, and how that affected the raid. And I think that'll get better, more information. I mean, this is fun.
Definitely.
This is fun as is, but we also kind of want to have a bit of a learning experience for everyone too, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I can explain why I expect certain traps in certain locations. That should
Yes.
really help. So about this base, overall, I think this is a very strong base. I mean, things that jump out immediately are, to me, is this Tesla farm. They're not touching. They're in two different compartments, compared with Wizard Towers. The sad part about it is that
That.
yes,
Yeah.
you can read my mind right now.
Absolutely. And I picked this base for you to attack, and I looked at it, I'm like, yeah, it's decent base. All the compartments look good. One thing I immediately look at is spring traps, because if your spring traps
Yep,
suck, now this one I was not a fan of, but is what
the
it
others
is.
are good.
All the rest of them were good, so I'm like, oh, okay, this isn't bad. DGB pathing looked pretty good.
Yeah, there's a
Although,
bit iffy one over here, but yeah, I agree. And
um,
I still wonder, like, if hawks are coming from this angle, will they get single triggers?
yeah, yeah, that's a good question as
We
well.
might need to, we could even test it. Anyway, but secondly, when I look at this base the second time and how I actually would attack it, I mean, this is such an easy queen charge.
Mm-hmm.
There's literally nothing stopping me because only at the start I have two defense targeting me. But once I hit a storage, one of the two is down already, so my healers have a chance to catch back up. I eliminate a lot of the base, and the fun part is that my queen is going to walk down. I'll show it later, but she's going to take all of this out first of all, and if she's standing like right in the corner because she can reach these things, her vision range will most likely tell her to go down towards the cannons over here
Yeah. No, I circled those cannons because none of those are going to be attacking the queen
at the same time. Yeah,
before this is dead,
yeah,
right? And then even when she does walk in, I believe even those cannons are probably only going to be targeting her one at a time. And that gold storage, and I guess sort of that elixir storage, are the only things getting in her way.
yeah. So this is a massive value, and I can pretty much count on my queen moving in this direction, and most likely even taking out this DGB.
Yeah, eventually at least, or at least at some point supporting
Yeah,
down there,
if I,
right?
if I just walk her in the right from the right direction, like from over here, that's
Nice easy
fairly easy to
funnel.
do. There's no way she's going anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So for a second hit, that's definitely how I would approach this base.
Yep.
Um, so the another thing I noticed is this archer tower. That's a 1-for-1 trade right there for you,
Yep.
um, which
Always
I
talk
will
about that.
use.
Always talk about that in the videos, just the unprotected defenses on the
Yeah, I
outside.
mean this mortar at the south here as well. Same story. Um, let's see if there's anything else. I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Another thing I wasn't a huge fan, that skeleton trap in the queen chamber. Um,
It's gonna stall Velks for about zero point 0.5 seconds.
if that. But here's my thought. If you had it more off to the side, there's a potential, like, this is just going to suck Valk straight into where you want them to go,
Yeah.
right? But if you put them on the outer edges, there's a small chance if the skeleton's on the outside of the wall, the Valks might run outside the wall, and then even if they go back in, it's still actually wasting quite a bit more time compared to just having it in the dead center.
Yeah,
Um,
because there's actually a chance that they split up, for example. I mean, even over here, having it down there, I mean, a
yeah,
wizard could yank him out. This kills the wizard. Might screw up a funnel
yep.
creation.
Because think if Valks end up on one of these storages, which is another thing I'm not a fan of inside the queen chamber there. Think if there's skeletons over on this corner because they've been popped. Well, that means Valks kind of go here, and
Oop.
they're gonna go right to that corner. There's a chance they're just gonna
They
ignore the
might run
jump.
outside
They
again.
might run outside. Like, you just don't know what they're gonna do. So if you're gonna have your skeleton trap or traps near your queen chamber, try and use it for that purpose, because they're not gonna do anything head on against Valks.
Yes, exactly. So let's move on to the air defenses. They're all fairly close together. I just noticed. I haven't
Yeah,
seen.
that as I was building this base, I'm like, oh, those. I don't know. I didn't look at the air defenses too in depth, but I really truly believe you almost need to move one of those storages like here and get one of those air defenses here. I don't even know. I was looking at it. You got to kick
That
one of
does
those
make
out.
sense. Yeah. Uh, One of the main concerns, like even for this is for both attacks, I forgot to mention this earlier. Both expos are fairly on the outside. This one can be walked, even the this one.
Yep.
Um, right now, with the same entry as over here, for example, imagine your expos being here and here. This one right here would be grounded, and this one would be aired, for example. Doesn't matter. Maybe both grounded. That queen charge would just
Daddy,
like that become a lot harder to do.
run after mommy.
Sorry, hang on.
And so I would change the expos up, have a bit more core. They're the longest ranged defense in the game, so use them like that. The air defenses being close together, it might not be a big issue, but with an entry, like for example, I was maybe even at the towards the Teslas. But if you can get a good entry with a jump, have your queen stand in here, that would take out at least this section of the base. You still need a plan for the queen to take out, but still, it's a fair. I think it's risky. Also for Zapquake, because if you were to Zapquake this base, you would Zapquake the court air defense, not one of the on the outside. So these two black bombs, or black mines rather,
Yep.
might go to waste.
I think I'm trying to look at where I would. I just think I'd move those one of those air defense altogether.
Yeah, that does make the most sense. I
I
mean,
don't know the.
even on the outside here, I mean, it doesn't matter too much. You could move one a bit further out. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bit tricky, but I think it can be done.
Yep. For sure.
Anything else we want to talk about with this base? Oh yeah, I can also just talk about how I'm going to attack it, I suppose, because I think
Yes.
we covered most things. I've been playing around a lot with this new strat, the HGHB. I mean, if you haven't heard about it yet, it might be the only way to go now at Tunnel 9. A lot of our guys have been having ridiculous success with this. Um, it's almost foolproof. I hate to say it because it takes the skill out of the Town Hall 9, but it's just that strong that people are not using any spells
In
on
fact, in
on
the
bases like this.
in the 1.0 recap I did yesterday, Mouthpiece did this HGHB, forgot to drop his bowlers with
Yeah,
the
and still got away with
and
it.
still got the 3-star. I was like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah.
It's and again, it's still you still have to deploy properly. You got to funnel
Oh yeah.
properly. Like
The funnel is the key in this attack.
yeah,
The funnel is the key. And on this base, once again, funneling is really easy, especially with this 1-for-1 trade.
yes,
So what I'm going to do on this base is I'm going to take that 1-for-1 trade, because if I do, the funnel is created. And then I only need to clear that collector. I need to check the range on that one because I'm not sure if it's properly out of range. But then I can just send the giants in. That's how it works. I do a 2-finger drop just to make it faster. Send in 4 healers on them from the top. Send in heroes behind once the wizards clear. Poison the enemy queen. That's essential because the enemy queen will actually kill your giants while beating on the wall. So you want to poison the enemy queen so the healers can keep up. Then once inside, rage him up. And from that point on, just sit back, relax, take a snack.
go for a smoke.
You can, yeah. I
It's
mean,
like
you can just drop a hawk here and there once defense are distracted. So the only thing that really concerns me about that raid is this section. But most people, and I do that too, bring a heal just in case of Tesla farms. So in this case, I would most likely need to drop quite a few hogs on this section, bring a heal just for that, and be happy with it.
so
I
you're
mean, that's
bringing you're bringing 3 rages, a heal, and 2 poisons.
yeah.
Okay. Yep.
12 giants, CC bowlers, and 13 hogs because of the 1-for-1 trade in this case. And the trick behind this raid, why it's so potent, is because the bowlers take out the air defenses before the air defenses can take out your healers.
Yeah.
And this is what is breaking Town Hall 9 right now, because just because of the range difference.
Mm-hmm. And those
So
bowlers under those rages are just dirty. Like,
ridiculous.
yeah.
They break walls while they're not even intending to break
To
them.
yeah, exactly.
And in
Now,
this base, this is the last thing I want to say.
yep,
This is an easy funnel within the base. So I'm fairly certain all of my troops are going like this. And if they do, that's perfect because this is the Tesla farm is the big threat to my army comp.
yep.
So yeah, that's basically how I'm going to approach it, and we'll see how well it
Now,
goes.
here's a question: Why no wall breakers? Why is there
Because
significance
the
to that?
giants take out the wall, even lava walls, fairly easily.
Okay.
It's
Um,
yeah, I don't really know. I mean, why would you take wall breakers when you can just wait 2 more seconds for the funnel to be created? That's another
yeah,
point because the giants actually break the wall usually at the time where most of the funnel is created.
is done. Yeah, so it's just a
So
timing because a
it's a
lot of times
time.
you're waiting to drop your wall breakers anyways.
Yeah, and in this
Yeah.
case, the giants do enough work to break
Yeah.
to break the wall at the correct time.
And a big
Yeah,
piece of that is giants are target or defense targeting troops. So as long as, like you said, that archer tower is down, well, the giants are just going to stand there and beat on the wall immediately. It's not like Valkyries where you got to have your funnel created before you drop them to have them beat on a wall. They're going to just beat on it automatically. So
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
And
I
the
gotcha.
reason for the rage is because usually at that point you're dealing with expos. In this case, that's not true, but you're also dealing with the CC.
Hmm.
So that's why you want to drop the rage around the queen.
One little thing I
Uh,
did want to give this base props for, other than these 2 high hit points in the queen storage, I do like how he's
oh, the spread is really good. Yeah, it
spread
is.
it out. I think if you move the 2 and the queen, and plus I would
Even just
swap
move them out. That works a lot.
even these ones. I prefer to have your high ones on the outside and then your low ones on the inside because
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like you want to make it more difficult or more time consuming for a wizard or something to create the funnel
To
for.
create the funnel. Yeah,
Yeah,
basically make the funnel as hard as possible. This is one of the reasons because of the mortars. They're not as valuable anymore. To have them on the outside where they specifically are placed so that golems would retarget to them. So, for example, place a mortar here, like this archer tower over there. You could even move that 1 or 2 tiles further down.
yeah.
So that's why right now you see a lot of outside
And
defenses.
for the
And with
love
this
of
bowler attack, you will need to have that.
and for the love of God, just put a trash building there. You can
Yeah,
afford it. Just make it a little more difficult to get to that archer tower.
definitely.
Yeah.
So let's go to the last base.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
So this is my base I've built for this one.
Yep.
It has a protected queen, like a bit of more old style. And the fun thing is, this old style is a lot better versus this HGHB.
Yeah, it
Because the
is.
giants, I mean, they're much more unpredictable when going straight at the queen, because that's what you need to do. You need to go straight at the queen with this strat.
Yep.
So it's rather funny how this old style is kind of making a comeback at the moment.
Well, it's funny you said in chat when we were first everyone was first practicing the strat, and you're like, I think I found the counter, and we are like, what? You're like, forum bases. But there's a
It's
lot of
actually true.
truth. There's a
Yeah,
truth to
true.
that because they're very compact. Those very compact bases is the same idea as almost like stopping a go wipe. Is that the very small, lots of bases with a lot of small compartments and very tricky walls and winding walls. You're gonna get held up on them, right?
Yeah, but that's not the thing. The thing is that you can't predict the giants and the bowlers anymore, and most likely that's even the biggest part of it. Giants will likely split from the bowlers, split from the heroes even,
Yeah.
and everything goes everywhere.
Yeah. The
And
key
once
to
that
the
happens,
key to
you're
this
screwed.
raid is basically keeping a death ball of
Yeah,
giants ahead of the bowlers and your
yeah.
heroes in the mix too. Yeah.
And because there's healers on them, they will just go on until the end of the base.
Yep.
So for this base, the queen chamber looks pretty good. These storages, please move them out. I
Yeah.
think we've stressed this enough to not have to talk about it again.
Absolutely.
So about compartments, the first thing you can't overlook it. I think you said it best, Wiser, is this earthquake. Either
Yeah.
that or have it like this. But because you can open the queen and 4 giant bombs,
They're right over top of that clan
yeah.
castle almost. Yeah.
So that's another reason why it's really cool to actually show this base because if you see this, like this quake value, there's always a way to abuse it, and I think it's really good to show this once in one of these raids. So for giant bomb placement, this giant bomb is double set, is really close to the queen. So once again, if this wasn't a double set for that matter, you could send it in a shared entry here, jump and jump. That would basically kill this whole top section of the base with some support, and leaves you with only this section for hogs. Now, the reason why this is an issue is because these are too close to the queen. That's basically what I'm trying to say here.
Yep, and I think that is a result of, we've talked about this before in other videos, is that there's so much wall investment in that.
And not only, I mean, even the cannon down here, look at it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what's the reason for those extra walls? They don't do too much for you. It's not an issue to have defense outside of the walls.
No. But again, the whole moral is just, you're limited on the amount of space you have on the backside of your base from the queen chamber because of you're using it elsewhere. And
Definitely. Yeah.
I get it. I mean, it's always the endless battle of base building, right? Is like you make one thing kind of strong and
you weaken in the other. Yeah, absolutely.
Else,
yeah. So another thing with this base is the hogs. I mean, if you're coming in from this angle, it's not a big chance, but I think that if you come from the top of this archer tower towards the Tesla, you might trigger that bomb. And if you do, it's GG.
Yep, those the tricky double giant bombs of the Tesla. Now it's getting creative, right?
And that's good.
In a scout view, you probably would not guess there's a DGB on the outside. However, in this base specifically,
it makes sense.
Well, there is literally only the two spots.
Right? Yeah, for the DGB, yeah, absolutely. There could be something here, but that just doesn't make sense.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so for this DGB, if you want to make it better, just move this giant bomb just one spot, then
tuck it back.
Move the Tesla up one spot, and I think most of it should be fixed already. So just a small detail, and also another big thing: this Tesla will actually pop when a queen walks by.
There's one thing I was going to mention
it can be diffused.
Both DGBs are technically diffusable by a walk if you choose to make it happen.
And even worse, if you this is difficult to do. Let's be real, but if you walk like this, you can even take out the enemy queen most of the times.
Yeah, she'll be standing right there.
Yeah, so this is another reason why this wall should be moved up further out. I mean, with the same amount of walls, you can also have the wall like this.
Yeah, you want this compartment. You want the air defense and the archer tower not targetable from the outside. That's
exactly
what it comes down to. Yeah.
Yeah. So lastly, the air defenses. They're fairly spread out, so that's good. They might even cover each other for the most part, so that's good as well. Sweepers. This sweeper isn't really doing anything for you. No, I don't think so. I think it would be better off in a core, for example, pointed like this. Just an idea. Let's see.
The other one.
Yeah,
it's in the core there too.
Yeah, it's pointed like that. So that's a fairly good one.
I think I might even have that one I think I'd just have that one pointed to 6.
Like this. Why not like that?
Oh, or that, yeah.
I think that makes the most sense actually. And then this one could be pointed like this, and that would actually do a lot more, especially with queen walks and everything.
Yep. Spring traps, I think.
Yeah, spring traps. This one doesn't do much for you. The others are okay, I think.
This one is not good. That one there.
Oh no, sorry, I missed that one.
Was supposed to be a circle.
I was like, I'm missing one.
Again, I think that was an oversight. I mean, just put it right there, and that's a golden spot, or move that arch tower over.
Oh, I can't even draw anymore.
Yeah.
Over here. The skeleton traps are nice on the outside, nice and split. That's nice. These traps, will they actually? Yeah, they might actually work properly. Hound will likely trigger one of them, but likely not both. This Tesla farm is quite deadly. The air defense is targeting. The wizard tower is targeting the air defense, so that's a bit of a no-no. But this wizard tower is well placed. This wizard tower is most likely well placed, and so is that one. So nice job there. I think this is a good base still. I mean, it's compact. It has a few big flaws that we're going to try to abuse, but even just moving this wall out, I mean, you might need to move this whole wall like this. I'll just make a straight line out of that. Moving it like this might even save you walls in the end. I think that could save the base.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of walls you could save on this base that just are sort
Yeah.
of like, I kind of get the idea that you're trying to make it unpredictable in the core there, but the compartments are just very small, so it in sense is predictable.
Yeah, because of there's too little spaces in the base. This is one of the reasons why high tier war bases are so spread out, because they become unpredictable.
Yes.
I mean, here you have a DGB like that. I could have the same thing over here, for example, but then with the new compartment, but being bigger, and over here as well. And what if I have another one over there? Then I have to plan for 4 different scenarios in the base, and that makes it that much harder to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, good bases overall. I'm happy. I think we showed a lot of good bases.
Yep.
Um, are you ready to go for the attacks?
Well, I think I'm gonna do what I talked about, and here's why. I'm just gonna go with a shattered entry. I just gotta make sure. So if I drop a golem over here, it's not gonna go to that mortar.
No.
It should just go right to that wall there. Now I'm gonna drop another golem, just basically straight on that. Do my funneling action, nice and easy. There is a small bomb there, but it's against the wall, so it shouldn't even do anything. I got a test wall breaker anyways, so just going to drop 1. Now, my only concern, actually, with what I was talking about, I might have to drop it on this corner while the golem's on the mortar. I'll have to drop that wall breaker on the corner there, so...
Then you do need to angle the golem correctly, but yes, it should work.
Because that's going to be attacking there if I just drop it from...
Yeah, basically from the elixir collector. Should do
Anyhow,
something.
open it up. I want to ideally funnel everything into here. I'm going to do that earthquake that we talked about right over there. Now, sort of going like max attack style. Going to rage and heal my kill squad. Now, the goal here is to get as much of this air defense action as I can. If I could reach that air defense, great. If not, I think I'll still be okay.
I think the right air defense is the biggest issue on this one.
This one here, yeah. I guess we're going to have to see how far this gets. Now, my idea was for once I kind of got the kill squad moving in here, as soon as this expo targets the kill squad, because it is grounded, so it's going to start targeting at a long distance, I'm just going to go 2, 4, 6, 8 for hogs.
Don't forget the queen.
Oh yes, obviously.
She needs to be locked on.
Queen and the expo. Once the queen and the expo target that kill squad in the middle, I'm going to send in these hogs from the top. They're all going to converge onto this expo and maybe even just jump right over to that air defense. At least the 2 from the cannon. Maybe even the archer tower as well. So I'm hopefully going to get the air defense with some of those hogs. Almost everything should be tanked for them. There's no traps in there for them to worry about.
Yeah, the expo, both expos should be either distracted or down. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be quick on the deployment, and then I'm gonna drop a max hound for my CC, and I got 10 balloons, basically like 2, 4, 6. I'm really hoping that a lot of this gets taken out by the kill squad on the way, because as I was looking, these actually red bombs are not in a bad spot. But I'm going to try and hang on to the balloons for as long as I can.
But the defense should be down there once the kill squad passes through.
That's what I'm thinking. I got 2 haste spells, right? I'm just going to haste, get everything to that air defense as soon as I possibly can. And there is...
Even this air defense might go down to your kill squad. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's right. So, I mean, if I have to redeploy, I probably will just drop it. It'll go to that 10 o'clock air defense or whatever. And just sort of adjust accordingly.
Yeah, by the way, the reason why that air defense might go down is a queen from this position can actually shoot it.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. That is right.
that's why.
So kind of an interesting attack here. I mean,
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
I guess so.
I like it.
Um, little GoVaLoHo, or no Val, or did I bring Valks? Maybe I brought 2 Valks for some reason. I gotta double
Yeah,
check.
I mean the one thing holding you back from hogging the whole thing is likely just these springs.
Yeah, that gets kind of deadly for them. They're all gonna
That's kind
converge
of
on that
deadly. So I
mortar.
think that's the only reason why you wouldn't throw hogs at this whole section as well. I mean, you still could. You still could.
Now, as long as here's also what my hope is. I'm gonna send those initial balloons in on this compartment. Now that max hound is gonna burst very quickly with those double mines there, and then look what's gonna happen when the hound bursts. Right? They're gonna be in range of that. I'm pretty sure.
At least one of them will
Uh,
pop, yeah.
so I don't have too much to worry about loon wise. And then once those red mines go down, I can just reinforce with a 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of thing. And yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes.
Sounds like fun.
Trying to keep a cleanup wizard handy. Yeah. Okay. Are we ready here?
I'm ready to go.
Okay, so let's hop on over to in live game here. Gonna have to reload real fast. Supercell. Okay. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go
Sure,
first
man.
this time?
I don't care.
Okay, you can go first. Your army's ready. You're good to go.
My arm is ready. I'm good to go. The only thing that concerns me about your base is that lava hound in the CC.
Yeah, that's gonna be kind of tricky. It's gonna hold you up for a bit. It's hard to say. If it locks onto the giants, though,
My queen
and
will still take it out under a rage,
yeah,
so that's
oh
the thing
yes,
that concerns me a bit. I mean, at the same time, you can just use the poison to kill the pups, but it's not a usual troop defensive CC troop comp. And against this specific attack, it might actually be good to have one.
yeah. I think I'm gonna bring 3 Valks too. I think I have the space here because I have 10 balloons. I got my wall breakers. I got 3 Valks and still 10 hogs here, so that's perfect. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna issue the challenge, my friends. Do your diligence and scout it up.
Because I do need to check the ranges, as always, for the
Yeah,
funnel. Because the left
absolutely.
side of the funnel was a little bit tricky.
Oh, I didn't put Caddick, so jump on that right as soon as you can. I'll repost it if I have to, but
So the archer tower is most likely out of range of my wizard. Oh, it's under attack. Well,
oh, is it?
yeah.
Ah, I should have put your name. My bad. My bad.
The archer tower is out of range. Yeah.
You, at least you can check ranges now while it's under attack, and go ahead and post yours so I can take a look as well. Excuse me. Dun, 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 dun. Beautiful. Scout it up. Hey, that's not the right base.
Oh, I'm sorry. You are correct. So.
Whoops. Okay, so 2 golems. Now my army comp is what I want. Got my 4 earthquakes, 2 haste, a rage, and a heal. Looks good to me. Oh, double check, make sure your heroes are up too. I wonder if it makes you wait. I've never tried to issue a challenge while
30 seconds.
Oh, it's 30 seconds?
Yeah, if you issue it and cancel, you have to wait 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. Previous challenges in progress. I've never actually seen that before, so. Okie doke. Yeah, there she is. Alright, so we're gonna go golem, wizard, wizard. And yeah, just a little concerned about that Tesla, but I think I'll be okay. I hope I'll be okay. Maybe I drop, because I'm bringing a couple Valks, so I'm going to drop a Valk here. It's going to go to that builder's hut. And then give me a second to wall break. Just want to get that Tesla locked on. So yeah, so Golem, 1, 2, 3, Velk, wall break, 3. Open that up. We're gonna king, queen, yeah, king, queen, rage. Don't forget to get an earthquake. Okay, I like it. I like it. Well, you want me to go first?
Sure, go for it. We have to wait on yours anyway.
Yeah, we gotta wait on mine anyways. So, okay, I am going in here. Army is ready. Let's do it. Going in live. Make sure that picture is maxed out. Perfect. Okay, so start with this earthquake. Oops. Looks good. Going golem. Wizard. Golem. 3. You in there. One tester. Looks good. This queen down. King down. 2 more Velks in. Rage. And heal. That queen over there. Right, so the queen, of course, gets stuck on this stupid dark elixir storage.
Rest is looking good.
That queen ability, that haste down.
You are smashing it. Huh. There they go. The red bombs popped as we expected. So now it's a matter of cleanup, and you have way too many troops. I don't think you should have dropped those last loons even there.
No, it's okay.
Waited for the top. But your queen is still up.
There are no
That's
defenses,
perfect.
right? It's good to me.
Loon and a hawk for cleanup.
Nope. Of course, my queen survives too with that sliver of health. It's perfect.
The merit of having a level 30.
Yep. Beautiful. I was really skeptical about that plan, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I loved it from the second I saw it.
Awesome. Awesome.
Just because it's so different, that makes it just a lot of fun to execute.
With like 45 seconds to go. Beauty.
Absolutely. Nice job, man. Nice job.
3 stars in the bag for Wiser. Nice. Okay, wipe the sweat off my hands. Awesome. I love it.
Hit me up with the challenge, man. Let me check it out.
All right, here we go. Going in. Is this the right
put
base?
My name on it.
Yeah, I will. Let's do this one here. Caddick.
Okay, let's see this.
Yeah.
So this archer tower should be just out of range, and if it's not, then I might be in trouble. That 1-for-1 trade on the archer tower, the queen might actually be in range. That's interesting. I haven't seen that before I started. So
you might need might need a 2-for-1 just to be safe.
Well, no. I'm just gonna drop the giants from a different angle and then drop the loon afterwards.
Oh, okay, yeah. Get the queen aggroed. Get the queen aggroed, and then yeah.
And then I still get the 1-for-1. Sees lava hound, so I hate that, but it should be fine. And after that, the funnel's easy, and we should just be good to go. So let's see how this works.
Beauty.
I have everything ready. Yeah, man.
Good luck, buddy.
Going in.
We are live.
So, giants, healers, then the 1-for-1 and the poison.
Oh, nice. They didn't even look at that archer tower.
Oh, the arch tower is in range, so that means I need to adjust a little bit there. Drop
Yeah.
my king in, drop
Get
the
that
bowlers.
barracks down. Yeah, barracks is
So
down.
this is where the magic happens.
Yeah. This is so crazy, man. This attack is just beast. So rage down,
So
that's good.
from now on, I just drop 2 hogs wherever I think I need them.
Yeah, protect. Oh, just protect that outside, right? You don't want anything trying to get to that outer arch tower. I like that. Nice. Like the bowler's range. Took down that mortar. Are you serious? Yeah. It's insane.
That's the whole deal. I'm just going to rage up because the hound is about to pop. So I want to make sure.
They're not going the way you wanted, but.
Nope, but that's fine.
I think it's okay.
I mean,
King's in there doing tanking for the bowlers.
I need to help the king out.
That king ability.
Drop a wizards for cleanup.
Those hogs are going to get great value. Yeah, I think you're fine. It's actually kind of a good split because you got the giants helping your queen and you got the bowlers helping your king with the hogs there.
Did you see that the DGB had a single trigger?
Ooh, I did see that. Yeah, it's interesting.
So all I have to do right now is just wait.
Yeah, just wait. Right, that cannon. There's only cannon, mortar, and wizard tower left.
Yep. The cleanup is already underway.
Yep.
And the fun fact is that I still have a spell left, and I was generous with my spells for this one. I didn't want to hit. I had to redeem myself for last time, right?
You did. I don't know if you noticed it in the comments on the last video. I did post that you immediately attacked the base again, and were just a split second faster on those wall breakers, and you got the 3-star. So.
Yep.
But you smashed this.
This is the power of the attack.
Yeah, swag rage and a minute left in the raid. Are you serious?
Yep. And this is a good base, mind you. I really like this base.
Beautiful. Definitely a clap for that one. Nice job, buddy. Sweet. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. I love it. I love it. I'm so glad we just both got the 3 stars there. Nice job, buddy. So like we had mentioned, I think it will be a little more beneficial for the viewer if we do what we were talking about this whole video, and we're going to keep the bases we're building to ourselves and keep the traps unknown until the attack is made. And then we can then we'll have like a post discussion to the attack. Plus, it's going to make it a little more tricky for us. Obviously, when we know where everything is, it's going to make it a heck of a lot easier. So I just think it'll add that little extra component to doing this that will be more beneficial for the viewer. So awesome. Anything else to add, buddy?
No, man. I think we showed a lot this episode, and I'm excited for the next one. I mean, scouting bases, that's a lot of fun to me.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm excited.
Put your scout knowledge to the test. It's crazy though how often you can be correct about guessing where traps are. I mean, if the base is not creative, it's easier than some people might think. But yeah, great episode. Really happy we got this one in the books. Trying to stay on schedule with this. So I do have my Chicago live this weekend. So I'm really pumped for that. A lot of 2.0 family is going. It should be really cool. But I'm back on Sunday night per usual. So when I get back, I will try and make sure I get bases sent out for both of us, and then we should be good to go again Tuesday or Wednesday. So I think let's call it an afternoon. I got to get ready for work, unfortunately, but I'm working all week actually because I got the weekend off for Chicago Live. But yeah, is what it is. I think that'll do it here for your wisdom from Wiser. Just trying to help it bag that next tree star. Till then, we're out.